straight, really. I make money. Actually, I watch her talk online. And my husband, I always tell him I want to be like her. Because I'm very, very choleric and like just the way she is. I'm very, very strong. And I see what it is. And when I met her, casually, she literally just spoke to my life. And I won't talk too much, so I really don't know. Yeah. But I'm gonna go to the topic because Daddy actually, I met Daddy 2 weeks ago, and he literally poured himself into me and some other people that were there. He gave me a voice, actually. That was strange because I was amazed. I'm the only woman out of 4 men pastors that are more known than I am. And he gave me a voice. And I learned from there. You know, he said a lot of things. In our society, people tend to worship leaders. And one thing he said was, I can pick up my stuff myself, I can do my things myself so that other people can see how I do things and learn from that. And I see that from his life, consistency, you know, I would say is key. That's what I learned from my own background. I'm IT, I'm a project manager, I have a lot of hats, so many degrees I cannot mention, and I have 2 businesses, or actually 4, running. But consistency and taking it one step at a time. Like I said, I want to be like her. She has a lot of things, so I'm taking a full step fully. During that encounter with him, just sitting out there with a lot of people, one of his grandson came. In a typical Nigerian setting, he would have yelled at that boy for stealing biscuits in front of visitors. Literally, this is what I see every day, especially in churches, especially even within our community. You all know that. You cannot, your child cannot just come there, spill biscuits, spill snacks, and just casually remove the table and just let the stuff there and walk. You know the dad or the elder would have slapped him upside down right there like that. But he was so casually calm that when I got home, I told my husband, I said, did you see that? And when he wants to start something, I said, that's a leader right there. And one thing he said was, he did not put his frustration on the child, even if he was frustrated. And that's one thing leaders do. Like he said, I'm going to quote because he said, because they are already not, they are not convinced, they are not sure of themselves, they have their own skeletons, they are not, you know, so they pour all that insecurity on other people and shame them. And that is not what a leader is. A leader needs to be vulnerable and show, you know, and be calm and just take it in and be able to express what true leadership is. And that was one thing I learned from him. And if you say, like, that is why a lot of companies are holding on. My first event this year, actually ever, was this year, January. When I got there, I already set up 30 minutes before they told us we had to leave. I set up and they told us we had to leave. Right? And this is my first event. I was like, okay. But I did not just start screaming. That's one thing in leadership. I just told everybody, it's okay. Things are going to be fine. I need you guys to figure out where we can go. Everybody else was screaming, freaking out literally. And they were looking at me dancing and literally speaking in tongues. And they were amazed at how I was calm to just say, it is not that serious. We found another place right then and there. Within 30 minutes, we were able to move to another location and the event was fruitful. And everybody they were just amazed at the fact that, how did you just keep calm something you've been planning for months and literally years, and all of a sudden you have to move location. How do you do that? Again, consistency, being calm, right? And just being vulnerable. People will follow you regardless of what you do. They don't need you to be.
Thank you very much. Wow. Be vulnerable.